Yo, what's happening, guys? My name is Beasty, and welcome back to the channel. And listen, before we start, you guys know the drill already. Up there, down in the description, come subscribe to my gaming channel. And if you do, you'll get a special reward. I'm giving away free clappers on my gaming channel. It's really fun. So if you want a one-of-a-kind clapper that's really annoying and will surely send your parents to the grave early and get that inheritance money, then go over there and subscribe and I'll give it away to people. But today, I was sitting on the internet, I was doing my regular video searching, going through YouTube, trying to find some dead cancer, and I decided to go into the paid advertisement section of YouTube. Now, I know you don't know what that is. That's actually the rebranded title I've given to the trending tab because the trending tab is nothing but paid promotion. Well, against my better judgment, I went to the bullshit trending tab and I found a very, very interesting video entitled Living Out of a Storage Locker for 2 Months in Style. Now, the thumbnail looks like a picture of a house, like the inside of a bedroom, but the title says Storage Locker. A storage locker is where you put all your random crap when you go on vacation. Well, not vacation. When you move, you put your valuable stuff in there until you get a new home. That's what that is. And it looks like a bedroom. So, yeah, that's pretty intriguing. We're going to check it out in 3, 2, 1. What the hell?
So if you're going to live in a storage unit, you're going to need to be as invisible as you possibly can be. You basically need to be a ghost. If anybody finds out you're here, that's when you start running into trouble. So, first of all, I needed power for my unit. So what I did is I ran an extension cord along the power cable up here, and I sort of zip tied it up. So you can't really tell its power is going to my unit unless you are looking closely.
Oh, yeah, that's completely invisible. You'd have to be looking really close up to see that extension cord running into the door of a storage container. I wonder what's in a storage container that needs power. Maybe they have like a special bed that requires you to constantly have power going to it so it doesn't deteriorate or something. I mean, what else would be in a storage container that needs power with the cables running straight down into the door? Oh, no, definitely not a white guy that's insane and wants to live out of a storage container. No. Just question what type of people work here because I'm watching a low resolution YouTube video from about 3 feet away and I could clearly see that cable. Now, how is it the staff didn't see it? They're probably like all old grandpas with those big spectacles that can like magnify the sun enough to burn a hole in the pavement. It's probably like really old people with terrible vision or something because, my man, I could see the cable. I would question, if I worked there, I would question why you need a cable running into your storage container.
So this is my unit here, and at the top of the unit you can see I have an antenna, and that's so I can get a cell signal inside the unit itself, because once you close the door, it drops all signal.
Okay, that is brilliant. I'm not gonna lie, that is actually brilliant. He has an antenna on the outside of his door to get internet access. Who thinks of this type of stuff? This guy is brilliant.
I have a lock, which I've magnetized onto the door, so it looks like it's locked, even when it's not. And then when I actually do want to lock it, I can just use this lock or use another one down here.
Bro, oh my god, this guy is actually brilliant. I'm kind of impressed. He even has a magnetized lock so that people won't walk by and wonder why there's not a lock on the door. He has thought of everything.
Alright, so let's take a look at the unit now. So in here I've got my TV, entertainment center set up there. I've got my bed. I've got my kitchen area over there, complete with a fridge, and my couch over here.
What? Oh my, this guy, oh, what? How much time did you have on your hands? This guy's got a little palace in there. I mean, we're talking about a little bitty storage container, and he has a bed, he's got a TV, he's got internet access, it looks like a sofa, a washing station. Is that clothing? He has everything crammed into a little bitty storage container.
From the inside. I've also put a mirror up, so you can see what you're doing. Up here I've got a toaster oven.
Yo, my man has a toaster oven in his little setup here. It's like an apartment. He's got everything you need in life. He's got a bed, he's got a toaster oven, he's got internet, a TV. He can sit in bed, jerk off, watch Netflix, and then have some breadsticks on the side that he made in his toaster oven. What is this? This is insanity.
And this toaster oven actually works pretty well. I'd say it works just as well as a conventional oven. I've got some dishes over here. I've got some more pots and pans over here. And my fridge is right here.
He has a fridge, a refrigerator in his little apartment. I'm gonna call it a dorm because I know people in college that would trade their trashy dorm for this guy's little storage container.
And my fridge is right here. Underneath I've got a filing cabinet, some tools, and some storage for some other stuff I have. Up on this part of the kitchen I have cutting board so I can make some lunch or dinner there. I have a hot plate for boiling water, cereal. Up here is the Tupperware, and then over here I've got a food cupboard with all my food.
All right, listen, I just got to stop and ask one question. How would this work? Because assuming your personnel that works there or possibly someone moving something in, you're walking down the hallway and you smell Hot Pockets, and you follow the smell straight to the door, and then, oh, has a cable and an antenna on the door. That seems a little suspicious, huh? Yeah, I just wonder how that would work. Does he cook only at night and then have Cheetos out of a bag during the day? Because I'm pretty sure you'd be caught if they smelled Hot Pockets coming out or mac and cheese coming out of your doorway that has that suspicious cable.
And this is the sink I've built, and the sink is basically like a 25-liter container filled with water, and I've attached these tubes here, so you just open it up, and then the water comes down this tube and out there. So you've got running water, you can do dishes, get a drink, whatever, and then the water filters into this bucket, which goes down into these holes here, which goes into a funnel, which leads into a separate container here.
Hey, yo, NASA! I think I found your genius you need to work on spaceships because this guy is brilliant. No, I'm not even saying that in a sarcastic manner. It would take a genius to be able to take that little space and section it off to fit every single thing you would need in a regular apartment in a little storage container. My only question is, what do you not have that most people have in a house? Because you've got a place to wash your hands, water to drink, something to cook your food in, something to freeze your stuff in, a bed, a TV, probably headphones, speakers, food, water. I mean, you have everything in there that most people have in a house. How did you find the time to section that off so perfectly?
And I usually find I have to empty that container and refill that one, usually once a week. Maybe twice. So over here above the bed, I've built a bar, and this is just to hold all my liquor and drinks and everything.
Oh, okay, all right. So, he built a little bar in his apartment building. That raises the question: what happens when you get smashed on Friday night with all those liquors? And some guy's passing by your storage door with the random cable and antenna on it, and then they hear really loud, drunken singing coming from your door. Yeah, if I were you and I was living in there and I spent all that time building that up, I would be scared of getting kicked out and probably wouldn't get smashed on liquor. I just don't know why this guy's so ballsy. Hey, I'm not saying it's fake, okay? I'm not saying it's fake. I'm just thinking loud right now, you know? I'm just asking some questions.
Up here, I've built some shelving for some items that I'm storing in here that I don't really use too much. I got my snowboard hanging from the ceiling there. And as you can see, all the stuff I've built in here is all built basically hanging from the ceiling. And the way I did that is I just got 2x4s, really long 2x4s, and put them all the way across the unit. And then I used L brackets to build shelving down from that.
All right, hold up. I gotta stop and ask a couple questions here. And again, I'm not saying it's fake. I just have a critical mind. I'm just asking, how did you manage to perfectly execute this without being caught? The only way you could have done this is if you built at night. Because, Joe, if you hear knock, 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 drills and hammers and stuff like that happening with plywood and all of that during the day, I'm pretty sure somebody's going to stop and be suspicious. And I just don't even, if it were me and I was going to pull off this stunt, there's no way I would take the time to build this as if I was going to live in it for the next 6 years. There's more planning in that little room than I've put into probably anything in my entire life. I just feel like if you were doing an edgy stunt like this that you might get caught and thrown out, you wouldn't plan it out as well as this guy has. And again, I'm not saying it's fake. I'm just asking, Why did you go to such an excessive detail? If I did it, I would grab a bunch of crap, throw it in the corner of the storage container, and sleep on a mattress that was thrown in the corner. That's all I would do.
So the lighting system here is, these are all like Philips Hue lights. So you can just turn them on and off with either your smartphone app or this wireless switch here.
Yo, my man, you've got wireless lights? The excessiveness of this is actually mind-boggling. This guy's definitely not lazy. You could not be lazy to pull off a stunt like this for only 2 months. I might do this if I was going to live there for the next 25 years, maybe. But this guy, 2 months, he put in a lot of work for that short time period.
And of course, I do have my router there broadcasting my network, which that's all connected to. This is my new TV I just bought. It's a 4K TV.
So wait a minute, you don't even have a home and you're living out of a storage container illegally, but you managed to squeeze in a 4K TV? I don't know what to think of this guy, honestly. He's got a 4K TV in a little storage compartment. That's like a homeless guy owning a Rolex watch.
And I've got it hooked up to my computer so I can game on it or watch movies or do anything like that. So up here, I've got, this is my left surround speaker.
Left surround speaker? Hold up. Hold up. Everybody stop what you're doing. You're living in a little storage container and you have surround speakers. You have surround speakers. You're telling me you don't want to be caught because you are living there under the radar, but yet you have surround speakers? Now, come on. Something ain't adding up. Something's not adding up with this one. I'm sorry. It's just so hard to believe that somebody would live in a little storage container for 2 months and drag in a pair of surround speakers.
So the thing about the speakers is, to hear properly, they should be positioned over here in the center and then to the right. But since this is the doorway, I sort of built this on a sliding system. So it just slides over. And now it's in the correct spot, so you'll have proper sound. And of course, I've got the back speakers back there. As for extra storage, if you look up in the ceiling, I've got some games stored up there, just some pieces of wood to store various items. Got my nunchucks up here.
Oh, so you have nunchucks now too, just hanging out up there for no reason. You're living in a little storage container. Can't forget the nunchucks. I think I know what happened. This guy walked in, killed everyone in the facility, and he's just living here. Not under the radar. They're all dead. They're probably in an extra storage container rotting away. He killed everyone because he's a ninja, and now he's living here. It makes sense. And who's gonna check on the building? Because everybody's dead. So he can't get caught. So he needs, obviously, a pair of surround speakers.
And all my shoes. It's a great place to build a shoe rack. For storing my other clothes that aren't on the rack over there, I have pull-out drawers here. So those pull out from under the bed. I've got 2 of them.
Pull out drawers under the bed. Oh my God, my room isn't even this elaborate. In my room, I don't even have an elaborate setup like this. I've got a bed, a dresser, and then a pile of clothes that I throw on the floor.
Yeah, so it's a really small space. And I'm storing a lot of stuff in here. There's more stuff under the bed as well, and this is stuff I don't particularly use in this unit, but once I move out, I would use, so I'm keeping that. And as you can see, everything is sort of placed in an area where I know how to get to it, and it's quite convenient living here, actually. I even have a paper towel holder. Like, I have all the amenities you'd find in an apartment, just in a very tiny space. And I've built everything so I'm ready to access anything, and I don't have to waste time. And the only real thing I don't have in here is a washer and dryer, which is not a problem because I can just go to the laundromat for that sort of stuff.
Okay, so to be serious, I have a little theory as to what's happening. I think this guy either got kicked out of his home or he lost his home in some way and he needed a really cheap place fast. And he either knew or somehow was related to the person that owned this and asked him straight up, yo, can I live in your storage container for like 2 months? And the guy was like, sure, because there's no way you didn't get caught, because imagine you walk out the door at whatever time period it was because you have to use the restroom. You don't have a restroom, so assuming you walk out to use the restroom, what if there's a group of people standing right there and they see inside is an entire castle in your room? Now, you would definitely be caught at some point in 2 months, yeah.
I basically have a cart here where I put my water tanks on, and the cart is pressed against the water fountain. And then there's a wedge underneath one of the wheels to hold that cart in place. Then the water fountain goes and it shoots water into this funnel, which goes through that wood, which I've drilled a couple holes in, and out this tube here. And then this tube goes into whatever tank I need to fill.
I mean, look, he's right out in the open. If I worked there, I would definitely be suspicious of a guy filling up a gallon of water on a rolling cart by a fountain. Nah, I don't know about this. Then again, if it's real, I swear to God, he must live in a town that was in a zombie apocalypse because everybody's dead. There's no way this would work. There's just no way. And that's it. That's the end of the video. What are my conclusions? White people have too much time on their hands because now we're living out of storage containers for the hell of it. I'm calling it now. The next big trend will be living in something for a certain amount of time when you shouldn't be there. You'll see a super clickbaity video where, oh my God, I lived inside of a police officer's trunk for 6 months without being caught, shot to death, something stupid like that. Or, oh my God, I lived in Walmart's bathroom for 6 months, never caught, something like that. That'll be the next big trend. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I have a lot of questions about this. I'm not saying it's fake, but I'm not saying it's real, so I don't know what to think of it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and peace out.